1994, we formed our nonprofit named Ho'oululahui, which means to nurture and perpetuate a nation, specifically the Hawaiian Nation of People. We secured the lease from Kamehameha Schools for the 600-acre site that hosts an ancient Hawaiian village that in fact Kekialoha's ohana is buried here. So we have a very deep spiritual responsibility to this place. When the charter school legislation came about in 2000, we decided to become a charter, and Kua O Ka was born to service the needs of Native Hawaiian youth in a project-based small school environment. So first and foremost, we are Hawaiian culturally driven with a strong environmental focus and technological support as well. We test all the students and we place them at performance level rather than at grade level. In this way, we can very strongly address their needs, and if they're excelling in something, they're not bored and held back, and yet if they've missed some foundational skills, they're going to be deeply supported in making sure that they get those skills and moving forward. Currently we have small class sizes, grades 6 through 12, and next year we'll expand to elementary. So we need to develop the elementary campus, develop this campus, and also we've developed national and international relations over the years, so we would like to build dormitories so we can house our international students, our international exchange programs, and we're now saving money to go and present at the World Indigenous Peoples Conference on Education in Australia for our seniors next year. In 2010, we're working with the Maoris, and we will be holding an Indigenous Engineering Conference at Pu'ula'a in partnership with the university. We're very interested in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math applications to be integrated into our programs and supporting our kids in transitioning to college and university or employment. We're really interested in being a model of sustainability, to have the youth deeply engaged and involved in many energy sustainable practices. So right now we're trying to work with wind companies, new solar. Our school is the first school in the state of Hawaii to be totally solar driven, the second in the United States. And we've won many awards, including the Region 9 Environmental Protection Agency Award, the State Arbor Day Award, the Region 9 Gold Leaf Award for our forestry programs. One thing that's very important to us and what we've realized when we embarked upon this educational opportunity is that really if we want to take care of the child, we need to take care of the whole family and take care of the community. So we're looking at comprehensive community development here. So as such, not only do we have school programs through Kua O Ka, but we have after-school programs, summer programs, youth and family employment programs, and are really interested in culturally appropriate economic development for our community.
My class is called Local I'a, and we're looking to restabilize part of the fishing grounds of Pu'ula'a. Because of the impact of human activities and stuff, sometimes it's degrading to the environmental areas. So what we're doing is we're studying what's here, and we're going to observe what happens as we try to restore it. Part of the reestablishment of this is changing it into a recirculation system that emulates the Ahupua'a system. These guys have been in this class for 1 year. They have to take 2 consecutive semesters. The first part of the semester, what they did was they looked at the legal aspects of safeguards that are implemented for environmental safety. So they looked at EPA, they looked at DLNR, they looked at the various agencies that are involved with the governance of our natural resources. The second part, they look at the cultural perspective of land management, and they took the jobs or the professions of the ancients and they looked at the jobs and professions of modern times, and they looked to see how the land was managed and who were in those positions to manage those activities.
The boys, with what I taught them, how to make a materials list, measure out the boards and everything, they put the table together with a substitute teacher. Yeah, so that was like their initiation into this class, because they did it all themselves. Like these tables are the tables that we're going to donate to the school
come right down
from the construction class as our project day. And so at the end of the school year, the picnic tables that we finish go to wherever the school wants us to place them, and so they have more stuff to sit on.
It's called Hui Malama Vai Vai, and that is a business and entrepreneurship class. And throughout the year, we've had various production and selling of products. The first thing that we did was we created hand-painted Christmas ornaments, and we went to the Kua O Ka at Christmas time and sold them there. And then we also went down to Bayfront and talked to all the people that work in there, and the lady that runs Touched by Angels, Deborah, she was very excited about what we did, and she said that she would carry our products in her store at Christmas time and had them for sale down on Bayfront, which was really neat. It's something we wanted to do, is actually get our products, sold by somebody else. And then after that, our students made handmade soap, and they made handmade candles and bath salts. We put it all together and made great gift sets for Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. So we concentrated on things that we could make, produce, and then sell as a class.
I have 3 daughters that attend this school, have been attending this school from the beginning. And one of them is in Auntie Jason's entrepreneur class. And so I come down and help out with the entrepreneur class and with making the bath salts and brown sugar facial scrubs. We have our own small family business which we make bath and body products. And so my daughter was able to teach the class on some of the products that we make and sell.
About 3 years ago, there was the World Photovoltaics Conference was held at the Waikoloa on Hawaii Island. And a memo was sent out to all the schools to ask them to participate in a high school design competition for photovoltaics. So we responded to the call, and the students did a 3-dimensional piece with our school layout, and it was a remote control solar car wheelbarrow that went around from stop to stop around the campus and transported things from one place to another. Well, we got first in that competition from judges from all around the world, and we won $1,000. But the fun part of it was that the Chinese had a booth right across from us, and their whole floor of their demonstration booth was solar panel. So at the end of the conference, Keiki went up to them and said, in fact, you really don't want to carry all those solar panels home. And they said no, they didn't. So we encouraged them to sell them to the winning school at a very discounted price, which we did. So we currently have 240-watt panels that aren't even made here.
So we've got panels up on top of this roof, panels on top of this roof, and more panels to be hooked up. And that's pretty much what runs our lab. All the computers, all the wireless, everything, the server, all runs off the solar. And the idea is to be completely solar.
We want to teach skills that are practical, and especially in this time, we'd like to be able to teach our youth to be able to grow their food and have a little bit of sustainability. We did have a culinary class before, but it's on hold until we can get our certified kitchen put in place. And then, that's what we're trying to do, is interweave all the programs together so that, John's class, some kids will grow the food, the entrepreneurship class will learn the marketing, production, and distribution and sales, and then the culinary will make the food and support our healthy living and eating practices at school. There's many learning styles, and it's very difficult to adequately address the learning needs of all the children. And so when we're in an environment like this, we're able to address the kinesthetic, visual, and auditory learning modalities of our students. And we find that many of the students that come here were not particularly doing well in the traditional educational setting that exists. So this just offers a choice in education, and hopefully inspires our youth for a love of lifelong learning and gives them the skills to continue and go to college and stay and work at home and not leave our community. What we find is that so many of our students, they get the skill levels and then they leave the state because of employment opportunities. And that's one of the reasons why we want to create culturally appropriate economic development in Puna, so that our youth and our families can stay together and stay here where their home is.